G'day folks, it's the Meeple Monkey here again with another live stream for you, and this one's not part of any any series or anything like that. Just a bit of an impromptu one. Thought I'd pop on and have a bit of a chat. I did have, or I just posted a little while ago, the Zombicide White Death. Like core box and like an unboxing for that because it has arrived here in Oz in retail stores and that sort of thing. So even though we're all waiting for the big Kickstarter bundle and all that sort of stuff to arrive, it has arrived in stores in retail form, and so I just wanted to show that off, sort of thing. And a few folks commented in the on that video that they wanted to see more of what the missions were like and that sort of thing. I think I did a pretty cursory job of going through and looking at the what do you call it? I guess like the rule book sort of thing, and I think I probably just skimmed through that section pretty quickly, and I think a lot of folks probably wanted to see more about what those missions were going to be like and what they would entail. So I thought, yeah, let's have a bit of a chat. We can chat about all sorts of things, and I've got some other tidbits and interesting things going on in Marvel United as well. But I did want to have a little bit of a more of a showcase of the missions for Marvel. For Zombicide White Death. Because some folks requested it. So if you were looking for more information, hopefully this will help you out. I was planning on sort of holding this up to the camera and sort of going, here's the mission and that sort of thing. But I've realized very quickly as as I was setting this up that the my webcam is pretty cruddy, and I don't have a very expensive setup on StreamYard that I use to do these little live streams. So I can't get it in 1080p or whatever. So I don't think it's going to be very helpful for you. You're going to be sort of like trying to work out like, what does that say? So I thought best I can do at the moment is maybe I could just sort of read through briefly some of the stuff in the missions, go through the missions, read through each of the missions for you, and maybe down the track, if I do another unboxing with more of the expansions and things like that, we can have a little bit more look in detail at the pages and stuff. So hopefully that helps you out. If not, sorry, this is this is all we've got. So we'll see how we go. So all right, it's going to be a bit like this first part of it. I guess is going to be a bit like story time with the Meeple Monkey, because I guess I'll just be reading a lot of the stuff. I might just sort of flash things up quickly and then I'll read. So it looks like there are, in the quest section here, looks like there are 10 quests. I guess technically 11 if you count the little tutorial mission 0, but let's have a look at them. So here we have, this is mission 0 here on this page here, a little tutorial, and the story goes as follows. It is an easy battle for 6 survivors. It does say somewhere in the book about, set up for the amount of survivors, but all of the missions in this book seem to say 6 survivors. So I'm not sure if you can play less than 6 in this version, but let's have a look. So 6 survivors, it's supposedly a short game, and that's it only has 2 tiles, 2 board tiles, so that's fine. The story is, Wintergrad is no kindergarten. We repelled the last zombie incursion, but there are still large groups wandering the streets. 2 of them are converging right towards us as we stand in our makeshift haven. We have to recover our stuff before it's too late, or we won't make it to another day. All right, so that's the story. You only need 2 tiles for this one, and the objectives are to recover your equipment. So I actually played this one just to sort of get my head around this system. I've never played the original Zombicide or any of the iterations there. I only played Marvel Zombies, and I've subsequently realized that they're actually quite different. I thought they were going to be like really, really similar, and I guess they are, but there's a lot of changes, a lot more changes than I thought were going to be there. So yeah, recover your equipment. The quest is completed as soon as you, as both objectives are taken. Okay, so there are objectives on the map here. So special rules setup, draw as many equipment cards as there are survivors and place them face down in the zone with the objective on tile 31R, and then repeat this with the objective zone on 2R. And then the special rule here is I came with my armory. So a survivor may spend one action to perform a search in a zone with an objective to take an equipment card from the stack. This action may be repeated multiple times per turn. An objective cannot be taken as long as there are equipment cards in the zone. So you essentially have to go pick up all the pile of equipment cards that are on top of the objective, and then you can grab the objective. So that's that one there. Taking an objective earns 5 points for the survivor who takes it. So that's the tutorial scenario. Question number 1 is sound the alarm. So we'll have a look at that one quickly. You might be able to make it out if you can somehow decode my bad resolution here. Hopefully move my hand here. There we go. You can sort of see what's involved in that one. And so that is sound the alarm. Easy, 6 survivors, but medium length. We discovered a weapon cache right beyond the walls earlier today and got interrupted by a snowstorm. At this point, we had removed everything but the dragon bile jars. Okay, so we're going to get back dragon bile. We could not afford taking risks and spilling them all over the place. A whistle starts to blow as the storm finally dies. Zombies are coming. The weather had them covered until now, and they're about to attack the ramparts. If we act quickly, we may be able to get the last of the dragon bile jars and repel the zombie assault. Gather the troops, draw your swords, and save the day. So this one the objective is defend the city. So the quest succeeds as soon as all the following conditions are met simultaneously. All objectives have to have been taken. The survivors have 4 dragon bile cards collectively in their inventories. All survivors are on the battlement walkways, including guards. You have to get everyone up onto the high ground, and there are no zombies on the battlement walkway, so you have to clear the battlements. Set up, shuffle the blue and green objectives randomly amongst the red objectives face down. Survival gear. Each red objective gives 5 AP. That's adrenaline points, I think they call it in this one, to the survivor who takes it. Rare weapons. The blue and green objective each give a vault weapon, which are like the special super duper weapons, to the survivor who takes it. They may reorganize their inventory for free. And if no vault weapons are available, the survivor earns 5 adrenaline points instead. Dragon bile cache. A survivor standing in the zone with the flag token. So there's no exit. So if we have a look down here, there are exit tokens, but on the reverse of the exit token, there's a flag thing. So a survivor standing in the zone with the flag token may spend an action to get a dragon bile card from any deck or discard pile. Shuffle the deck afterwards. The survivor can then reorganize their inventory for free. This is not a search action and may be performed several times during the same turn. There you go. Sounds like you have to go out to the flag. That's where you have to get the main objective and sort of get back, I guess. Very cool. We have quest 2, the last tomes. So that's this one here. Whoopsie. See if you guys can see that. Oh, gotta go the other way. Okay. So hopefully you get an idea. Oh, I'm not doing a very good job there. Boy, oh boy. Hard to get this mirror image thing. Right, that's not good. This is painful to watch, isn't it? Sorry, guys. All right, let's stop messing around with that and let's just read it. Okay, so easy, 6 survivors. Moderate. The corruption creeps on the ramparts, opening the way for zombies. The last assault has created several breaches in the wall, threatening the district. Rallying the retreating soldiers is quite easy, as they have heard of our past deeds. Together, we could repel the zombies long enough for the civilians to get to safety. The soldiers tell us about their previous leader, an enchanter who used magical tomes to repel zombies and seal the ramparts. The hero died in the zombie assault, but his last tomes are in the area. The zombies will come back sooner or later, but for now, the place is ours and we draw a line. All right, so our objective is to banish the corruption. The quest succeeds as long as all corruption tokens are removed. Okay. And I think that's these green things down the bottom here. So there you go. I'm doing a better job here of holding this page up now. There you go. So you've got to get rid of all of those. All right. Set up, shuffle the blue and green objectives randomly among the red objectives, and we have to split the survivor team as evenly as possible between both survivor starting zones. All right. The last banishment tomes. Each objective gives 5 points to the survivor who takes it. The blue and green objectives represent intact banishment tomes. And hello to Dan. Evil broccoli. Yeah, that's right. Do they question, Dan? Do they all look like this in all the zombicides, or is this like a new look for them? Do they have like a unique look in all the different zombicides, or are they always evil broccoli? Um, inquiring minds want to know. Place the objective token on the survivor's dashboard. It doesn't take an inventory slot and can be traded like an equipment card. Each red objective represents a fragment of the last banishment tome. They are placed on the survivor's dashboard in the same way as above and may be traded as well. A survivor may gather all fragments on their dashboard to reform the last tome, and they discard all red objectives but one. It's new as far as you know. Oh, there you go. Yeah, well, because I thought there was something like some sort of corruption token in the invader one as well. I thought I remembered, but maybe it looks different, or maybe even works different. Getting rid of corruption. For one action, a survivor standing within range 0 to 1 of a zombie spawn token, so that's those, but not a defiler spawn token. What's it? Oh, spawn token. Okay, yes, that's not a corruption thing. Okay. Defiler spawn token may discard a banishment tome from their inventory, then resolve these effects. The zombie spawn token is moved to the starting spawn zone, increasing its spawn rate. Starting from the corruption token under the remove spawn zone, remove it and all other adjacent corruption tokens it can be traced to. This can also apply to corruption that is under the spawn zones. If no corruption zones remain on the board, the game is won. Oh, so do I take it these corruption zones like actually creep forward and make the spawn zones get closer and closer to you? That's terrifying. I don't like it. Okay. And so you're trying to sort of like basically clear those up. Interesting. And Dan, I also was weak, and I looked online and found some more of those expansions in Aussie online stores. So I was able to, to order some more stuff. So we might be doing some more unboxings down the track. We'll have to see how we go. Quest number 3, the Dawn's Legacy. So this is another medium battle. Sorry, no, we had easy before, didn't we? So this is the first medium battle. All the other ones, Quest 1 and 2, were easy. This is now moderate game length, 6 survivors, but medium. So Dawn's Legacy. A solid quarter of Wintergrad used to host the Dawn Legion. An elite battalion. As the zombies invaded the land, the Legion naturally took a stand and led the Imperial forces. Being constantly on the front line, they endured the most severe losses and fought their last battle right where we stand. Scattered soldiers are now fighting here and there, trying to survive one more day. Maybe we could rally them. We know their officers used to wield weapons with magical properties. Recovering them would both help us fight the zombies and reinforce the troops' morale. So I wonder, do you get Oh no, I was going to say, I wonder, is this the first time you get guards in the game? But guards are in at least Quest 2, and it looks like you also have some guards in Quest 1 as well. Let's have a look at the map here for this one. You guys can see it. There's the map. Okay, there's a little bit of a blurb about what's going on there. Okay, let's have a bit of a read. So, the objectives are recover the vault weapons. The quest ends successfully as soon as survivors have taken 8 vault weapons from the vault weapon deck, either by taking objectives or by eliminating abominations and defiler necromancers. The setup is put the blue and green objectives randomly amongst the red objectives, and the relics, the blue and green objectives give 5 AP to the survivor who takes either of them. Lost weapons, each red objective gives you a random vault weapon to the survivor who takes it. they can reorganize their inventory for free. So that's pretty cool. All about loading up. Now we get to another medium mission, Quest 4, Scorched Earth. That was a good game, wasn't it? Do you guys remember Scorched Earth? That was amazing. Amazing game. Great graphics, but it was fantastic. Good game. Kind of precursor to Worms, wasn't it? I think Scorched Earth. Let's have a look. It's a long game. This one, medium, 6 survivors, long. Okay. So the zombies' corruption slowly but steadily spreads its roots in Wintergrad. And some districts are lost causes, and we must draw a clear line between the living and the dead. To do so, we must first evacuate any remaining allies, then burn the buildings to gain a wider view on the surroundings and avoid zombie ambushes. As the city burned beyond the walls, urban warfare is slowly turning into a full-scale siege. Don't worry, friends. Wintergrad will rise from the ashes and shine again. Yeah, sure. There's a lot of zombies out there. I don't know how that's going to go, but all right. There's a whole line of broccoli at the bottom here. Can you guys see that? That's a lot of broccoli. That's the map there. There's your whoopsie. That's your little starting layout, and then there's our special rules there. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. All right, let's read it. Objectives: give them nothing. The quest succeeds as soon as all 3 buildings are set on fire. All right. Okay, just got to go burning the buildings. That's okay. The quest fails if any guards are eliminated. Oh, wow. Because normally you can let the guards go, but all right, we don't want any guards to get taken out. Setup. Place the blue and green objectives in the indicated zones. Also note that there is no objective token on tile 26V. So it's probably, I think normally they have stuff designated on certain spots, but in this one they're sort of ignoring it. Oh, no, maybe not. I don't know. Rare weapons. The blue and green objective give random vault weapons to the survivor who takes it. They can then reorganize their inventory for free. If no vault weapons are available, they earn 5 points instead. Scorched Earth. The red objectives cannot be taken by normal means. A building is set on fire whenever a dragon fire effect occurs in the objective zone, then apply these effects. Remove the objective token. The survivor who created the dragon fire earns 5 points, 5 AP, adrenaline points. All actors, and not the Shakespeare kind, but actors is the term. I don't know. Is this G'day JF? We're doing story time. We're reading through very, very tediously for everyone at home the missions in Zombicide White Death, because we had some requests from the last unboxing video. They wanted to know more about the mission, so that's what we're doing. And I don't have a good enough camera here to show it off properly on here, so I'm reading it. So that's how we're doing this. I decided to live stream it, and then I realized, oh, the camera's not going to be very good for this. So and we were just talking about, it says all actors in the building are eliminated, but not mimes, not Shakespearean actors, but actors is the term for, I think, just any type of figure in Zombicide. So zombies or survivors. So the survivor who created the dragon fire effect earns the corresponding AP. From now on, all the building zones are considered to be ruins. Okay. Oh no, I'm interrupting. Oh no, that's okay. It's going to be one of those sort of streams. It's probably more interesting if we have a little bit of conversation in between to punctuate it. So quest number 5, and then also JF. Sorry, after we go through these, we're halfway there now. We'll just have a bit of a chat, and I've got some little bits and tidbits and stuff like that I can talk about, things going on with Marvel United, and so if you guys have any questions or any things you guys want to talk about, feel free to pop them in the comments there too. The Empress of Thorns, medium difficulty, 6 survivors, as they all are, and a long game as well. We were just surprised by a messenger. His clothes are rags, but he holds the Imperial sigil and requests our assistance. Could it be some kind of trap? We'd hope not. Are the zombies in this game, do they have that sort of intelligence? Why would he? Is he kind of a zombie going, "Roar, I'm here to help." The guy tells us, the guy? Hmm. Okay, the guy. That's kind of breaking my, the scoundrel. Like I want some sort of like guy. Would they say guy in this time period? I guess maybe. I don't know. The guy tells us his full truth right before we reach the destination. The Empress of Thorns, ruler of Wintergrad and leader of the Imperial Army, is hiding there with her personal guard. She has been badly wounded defending the city and has been unable to move for several weeks. She has recovered enough to get out, but the Defilers are also close on her heels. So close, in fact, that we can see them right now. Let's go. Uh, hey, do you think it will earn me an invitation to the next ball? Well, I don't know if there's going to be any more balls, but we'll see how we go. Save the Empress. That's the objective. So take the beacon, and the game is won as soon as the beacon is in the exit zone. Oh, now as far as I'm aware, the necromancers are always heading for the beacon. So if you grab the beacon, that means you're making yourself the number one target. Um, Special rules for this mission. Uh, Noble weapons. Each objective gives a random vault weapon to the survivor who takes it. They can then be reorganized in their inventory for free if no vault weapons are available. 5 points. Her Majesty, the beacon, represents the Empress of Thorns. Okay, so she's the actual Empress. A survivor standing in her zone may spend an action and take the beacon. Um, Put it on the survivor's dashboard. It does not take up a slot in the inventory. It can be traded like equipment. From then on, the survivor holding the token is considered as the beacon itself. All right. Be cool to use if you had like a model or something like that of someone who could represent um, the Empress. That'd be kind of cool rather than just using the beacon. And then Imperial Guards, until the beacon is taken, the guards in its zone cannot move. Oh, okay, they can still fight though. All right, and let's have a quick, terrible look at that mission. So you can see the board layout there. You can see that beacon token, what that's all about. And hopefully you can make out some of that as well. So whoever that person was that really wanted to see the missions, I hope this is I hope this is somewhat useful for you. Quest number 6, a rampart too far, medium difficulty, 6 survivors long. Our last raid beyond Wintergrad's walls took an unexpected turn, leading a zombie horde. The cruel defilers managed to get past the ramparts, yet left the soldiers who were defending them. These guys and gals are left to starve and freeze on top of the wall unless we can rescue them. The defilers made a mistake leaving these soldiers alive. They will have twice the will to fight the next time they come across the necromancers. Okay, so I guess we've got to rescue like a bunch of troops who have been caught behind enemy lines or something. So save the guards. Accomplish these objectives in order to win. So first of all, we have to find 2 rope ladders to be able to get access to the walls there, I guess. We have to escape with all. Find 2 rope ladders. Take the blue and green objectives. So that's where they are. Escape with all guards. Exit with all the guards. Any survivor may exit through this zone at the end of their turn, along with any guard on it, as long as there are no zombies in it. Quest fails if any guards are eliminated. Okay, and the special setup is take 2 additional objective tokens are set on tiles 30 and 31 in the highlighted zones. Put the blue and green objectives randomly amongst the red objectives. Heroic weapons. Each red objective gives a random vault weapon, and yada yada yada. Gives 5 points if you don't have the vault weapons. Look for rope ladders. The blue and green objective give 5 AP to the survivor who takes them, along with the rope ladder. And don't know if I showed this. I don't think I've showed this one yet. So this is the mission. You can see the guards down the bottom, and you can see that's the stuff you need for the equipment and the objectives. And if we just go over here, you can see the setup. So hopefully that helps out. Ooh, we're on to quest 7 now. This is the first one we've got to that's considered hard. So the last few have been long, but not necessarily ones that are very difficult. So this one is hard. 6 survivors, and it's got a long game length. And the walls of Wintergrad have been breached one time too many. Yeah, probably like Swiss cheese at the moment. Despite the defenders' best efforts, zombies and their defiler masters got through and are now corrupting the city from the inside. The Empress of Thorns has sent us her messenger again. She trusts us to escort her counselors and the imperial insignia, the crown and the scepter out of Wintergrad. Okay, so we're basically getting out of Dodge here. The city has kind of fallen, I think. And this mission's called Regalia. Or Regalia? Well, yes, now that you say it, the Empress is known. Hold on, it says she'll need these things to rally the people everywhere. Well, yes, now that you say it, the Empress is well known to wear her armor and helmet more often than a dress and jewels, just like my mother. It says it, not my mother, but whoever this is speaking. All right, so secure the Imperial insignia and their defenders. So accomplish these missions in order to win the game. Get the crown and scepter, take the blue and green objectives, escape with all the guards, exit with all the guards, any survivor may exit. Yep, same sort of thing here. The quest fails if any guards are eliminated. And the Meeple Mother. It's like, reminds me of Wolf Mother. Okay. Place the blue and green objectives randomly amongst the red objectives face down. Didn't think a crown was so heavy. The blue and green objectives give 5 points to the survivor who takes them. Oh, that's it. Okay. Nothing about them actually being heavy. Imperial weapons. Each red objective gives vault weapons, and the same deal. You get 5 points if you don't have the vault weapons accessible. And let's have a look here. So there's our map and all the things that go in the objective. And there's our special rules up the top there. Yeah. Okay. Only a few more to go. 8, 9, 10. All right. So quest 8, another hard one. The Wall of Heroes. Okay. Now this is actually a short mission though. So the Wall of Heroes. The zombies have come very, very deep into this part of Wintergrad. They could reach the inner city at any time and wreak havoc, killing the ones who cannot fight and spoiling our food reserves. This wall is our last rampart between our life as survivors and a long, sad, starving winter. The zombies made a breach, and we have to close it up fast. To do so, Wintergrad's priests have prepared a mysterious mixture made of salt, incense, and the ashes of past heroes. Yikes. It has the power to repel zombies at least long enough for the carpenters to seal the breaches. Unfortunately, we are short of relics to burn. Let's not forget these past heroes. Even in death, they can help bring a better future. All right, so objective. Repel the zombies beyond the wall. The quest is won as soon as all zombie spawn tokens are in the flag zone. That includes the Defiler spawn zone. The token must be either placed on the flag zone or removed by eliminating the necromancer in order to reach victory. I don't know really what any of that means, but okay. So we're going to put the zombie spawn tokens in the flag zone. Okay. Set up, put the blue and green objectives randomly amongst the red ones. Relics of Faith and Glory. Each red objective gives 5 points. The token is placed on the survivor's dashboard. Okay, it doesn't take up room in their inventory and may be traded like equipment. For one action, a survivor standing within range 0 to 1 of a zombie spawn token, not a Defiler spawn token, may discard a red objective from their inventory, and then the spawn zone token is moved directly to the flag zone. I thought you had to go and like grab them and pull them in. I was like, what's going on there? And then ancestral weapons. The blue and green objective give a random vault weapon to the survivor who takes it. They can then reorganize with their thing for free. Yep, so that's the same thing we've seen. Did I show this one? I don't think I did. All right, so there's the map. Okay, whoops. There is the things you need for the scenario. There's our little blurb, and if we have a look over this way, I'll move my fingers out of the way. There are our objectives and bits and pieces there. So hopefully you can make these out. Hopefully that's not too bad. Quest number 9. Defenders of the Realm. All right. Another long I don't know how many times I can say it. Another long, hard mission with a straight face. So, a couple of guards just to join the Empress and help her escape from Wintergrad. The Defilers have united and launching a major attack. Uh-oh. The Empress quarters were assaulted first, and there are zombies everywhere. Time is of the essence. The Empress herself is still weak, but she can walk. One day she will lead her army back and reclaim Wintergrad. Until then, she said, we are her defenders of the realm. All right, so get the Empress to the exit zone. So, the beacon represents the Empress of Thorns. The quest succeeds as soon as the Empress is in the exit zone, as long as there are no zombies in it. The quest fails whenever the Empress takes a wound. Okay, so she's essentially like a guard in that sense. You can only take one hit. Setup. Split the survivor team evenly as possible between both survivor starting zones. Escorting the Empress. The beacon is considered a survivor. It counts as a noise token, is eliminated upon taking a single wound, and may only perform move actions. At the beginning of each player phase, the beacon may move one zone in any direction of the player's choice. To do so, there must be at least one survivor and no zombies in its zone. And then an impressive collection. Each objective gives a random vault weapon to the survivor who takes it, and the same rules apply about giving 5 points if there's no vault weapons. Let's have a look at the map here. Is that the right one? Yep, I think so. So, oops. Yeah, hopefully you can see there. And if we come down, I've got my hand on it, don't I? Okay, there's our special rules there. Hopefully you can make that out. Okay, and our last mission. So, the one last stand. All right, that doesn't sound like things are going too well. Quest 10, one last stand. So long. It's a long mission. Wintergrad is no longer safe. It's only a matter of time before the zombies swarm the entire city. We have to make one last stand before we leave to save everyone we can and gather the mighty weapons the Defilers would love to get their hands on. The walls may have fallen, but we are here to stay. All right. And interestingly, it doesn't look like there's actually any walls as such in this mission. Okay, because I guess they've all fallen. The fall of Wintergrad. Accomplish these objectives in order to win the game. Get heroic weapons. Get 8 vault weapons, either by taking objectives or eliminating the abominations and defiler necromancers. Escape with all guards. Exit with all the guards. Any survivor may exit through this zone at the end of their turn, along with any guards on it, as long as there are no zombies on it, and the quest fails if any guards. So we can't let anyone down. All right, so if any guards are eliminated, it's all bad. Setup. Put the blue and green objectives randomly amongst the red ones. Rescuing survivors. The blue and green objectives give 5 adrenaline points to the survivor who takes them. And they represent the townsfolk. So the blue and green objectives represent townsfolk who are trapped, and we basically need to rescue them. And Memories of Wintergrad. Each red objective gives a random vault weapon to the survivor who takes it. Same thing, you get 5 points otherwise. And that's pretty much it. So we'll have a look. There we go. So that's our things you need to start their mission with. There's our map. Oop, let me get my hand out of the way there. You can see the map, hopefully. And there is, if I'm showing that right, that's the, let me see if I'm showing that. Those are the special rules there. So that is, in the base game, that's the story of White Death. We're basically defending this city against the hordes and hordes of zombies, and unfortunately over time, things get worse and worse, and we basically have to escape the city and rescue as many people as we can on the way out. But yeah, and interesting to see where the story goes in other things. Like I think Eternal Empire is like another expansion in that range. I think it adds like campaign rules or something like that. Is that right? Dan, you might know a bit more about that one, but I wonder whether that's set in a different city. or whatever might be happening there, sort of thing. Because I know there's all the sort of Eastern armies and things like that, isn't there? Uh, Amongst all the expansions and stuff. So I wonder if like something's set in a different city or something like that as well. But I thought so. That's all the stuff for the missions and stuff with Zombicide, White Death. But if you've got any questions or any comments about Zombicide or anything like that, feel free to let us know. But Otherwise, happy to chat about whatever people want to chat about. But otherwise, I've got some things down here that I wanted to mention as well. So, but feel free to chime in. Yeah, you gain experience as you do each mission in Eternal. Oh, so you kind of like level up. Maybe they're like class skills and things like that you can gain or something like that. That'd be kind of cool because I know in the regular Zombicide you sort of kind of level up through the mission, don't you? Like even in one game, you kind of like going through those adrenaline point danger levels or whatever, um, and sort of gaining skills. So I'd be interested to see how they differentiate that from gaining experience as you go along. Whether you get do you get to start at a higher level on those? Although then you'd be at higher danger zone, wouldn't you? So maybe there's like different abilities or cards and stuff like that that you add. That'd be interesting. So, um, but I'm sure we'll all find out soon enough what that's all about. But I have that's one I've ordered, so hopefully at some point soon in the next week or two it'll arrive. Um, but I also mentioned briefly that I had played the Mission Zero, the tutorial of this White Death the other night, and I was quite surprised by. I mentioned this at the top of the video how different Zombicide actually is to like Marvel Zombies and what I imagine Deceased is like, because Deceased seems pretty similar to Marvel Zombies Heroes Resistance from what I can tell. But yeah, a lot of Zombicide seems you know the basic framework is there, but just even just things like having no power level or hunger track sort of thing to keep track of, and instead having and not having your own, like they've got sort of little mini abilities, but um, kind of I guess a lot of the differentiation looks like it's going to come in actually getting different weapons. So it looks like you from game to game and even during the game you can kind of re-kit out your characters and have a lot more variety in what you can do with your characters as opposed to the Marvel stuff where you kind of have a set number of things you're going to go through, but then you have those what do they call them, traits or something. There was like some sort of power up cards you could get that were like discards sort of thing. So all of that looks a little bit different as well, and even just stuff like having to worry about sound and drawing the zombies away with different sound actions and things like that looks quite different. So I'm quite uh, eager to sort of like dive into it and see what sort of a different experience it adds, because I've had a lot of fun recently with zombies. I've been playing that off camera sort of thing, and me and my good friend who lives across the road sort of thing, we've been playing that a lot and having some great great games playing that, and Cthulhu Death May Die actually, and we've had some epic battles. I don't know if I've mentioned on camera yet, but we had a game where Cyclops, we thought we had it, like we were getting overrun by zombies coming in through the door of the X Mansion sort of thing, and so there were like 17 zombies in one zone, and Cyclops like unleashed his blast and like took the whole lot out with one shot sort of thing. It was amazing. So ever since then we've been like looking to recreate something as epic as that sort of thing. But certainly sort of like when that happened, I'm like, oh my god, I think I love this game sort of thing. So it was really cool. Um, so that was a good one. But I also wanted to give a shout out to Von Tract, who was a viewer who was um, uh, watching some of the previous live streams with the 12 days of Christmas, and he's joined the Meeple Monkey Facebook community group as well. So good on you. And anyone else who wants to join the Meeple Monkey community page on Facebook, feel free to join there. And we share lots of photos and stuff of our models and games and stuff like that. And just nice place to chat sort of thing as well. But he has been going on the journey of collecting more and more Marvel United stuff because I think he's only just got into it recently. And so I just wanted to give him a shout out and say, I hope you're having fun with those. I think he's got the promo box from season 1. I think he got himself the Sinister Six box, which I'm sure he's having some fun with that, and Wakanda recently because I think he's a big fan of the Wakanda stuff from back in the comics. So hope you've been able to get that to the table, and if you have, let us know how that's gone as well. So that's pretty cool. And in news of stuff in the homebrew world, very excited to say that Storm Shadow is the fourth hero who is now, sorry, not hero, fourth villain who is now ready for G.I. Joe United. So we showed off G.I. Joe United for the first time on camera the other day with Cobra Commander, and I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. But the good news is now there's more than just 3 villains you can fight, because we all know that the villains are like the spice of life in Marvel United. So yeah, finally happy with where Storm Shadow's at, and I'm not releasing him to print just yet because I'm just waiting on art for one of the henchmen, but he's fully playable up on Tabletop Simulator. So if you go to the link at Marvel United wiki in the homebrew section, in the G.I. Joe United section of that, you'll find a link to the Tabletop Simulator mod, and you can access all the G.I. Joe stuff there and play test it and check it out. Leave us some feedback if you like. But been playing that a bit lately, and had a great game with Diversion Architect, or Dave, and got the seal of approval from him. So thanks very much for the feedback and the playtesting, Dave. But so yeah, Storm Shadow is ready to go. So if you're looking for more villains in G.I. Joe United, he's ready to go. And we also tested out the vehicle mode and got another tick of approval on vehicle mode. So that's now Nelly Nell and Dave have both said that they've enjoyed that mode. So I think it's a winner. So I think it's going to do well. And we were actually really excited to have this idea. I think this was Dave's idea, actually. We can take the G.I. Joe United vehicle mode idea and transfer it to regular Marvel United and DC United. So if you can think of any hero or that has or a villain that has a vehicle in the Marvel or DC world, we can basically make a deck of those. So, and whether or not we treat it as like, okay, you start the game with one, or like we treat it as the deck, and you can sort of like randomly come across like the Invisible Jet or whatever it might be. That's like an idea that I'm like, oh, that's really cool. We can take this. We know that it's fun, and now we can sort of transfer it and make some homebrew stuff for regular Marvel. So I'm really excited for that. So I want to put it out to you guys. If you've got any ideas for vehicles you'd love to see from the Marvel or DC world, so we know like the Batmobile, because I know in the regular game Marvel United, a lot of the vehicles are represented by equipment cards, and essentially they usually just give like +1 movement, and then you flip them over, sort of thing, and they just doesn't feel as inspiring as it maybe could be. So that was the whole idea of me coming up with the vehicle mode for G.I. Joe United. I wanted to have big explosive experiences with these cards that were sort of more than just like +1 movement sort of thing. So yeah, if you've got any vehicles you'd like to see represented a little bit more sort of excitingly than +1 movement, yeah, drop them in the comments, and I'll add it to the list of things we could maybe look at doing. So we've already thought of the Invisible Jet. What have we got? The Batmobile, the Hell Cycle, the battle van for the Punisher. So all these things would be cool. So yeah, basically, drop them in the comments, and I'll I'll jot them down, and I'll probably mention this on future videos during GI Joe and stuff like that. And feel free to drop any suggestions in other videos in the comment sections, or if you go to the Meeple Monkey community page, you can let us know of your ideas there, or hit us up in Facebook, or in the Simon United Fanatics section, or on the Discord as well. So, but yeah, I'm looking for ideas for like what are some iconic vehicles and stuff that we might have in the Marvel and DC worlds as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff I sort of had to talk about here. I've got one last thing I wanted to mention as well, which was tomorrow. my time. So it's probably actually this evening. If you're in the States, this is probably this evening, where I'm going to be getting together with a couple of friends on the uh, live stream, and we're going to play through the upcoming. Don't think it's actually been released on GameFound yet, but there's a upcoming project on GameFound called G.I. Joe Operation Cobra, and some upcoming board game. I forget the name of the company. Maybe the OC or something like that, or I'll have to check it out for the actual video so I know what I'm talking about. But they have in their kind of like pre-GameFound page, they've put a link to their website where you can download the tabletop simulator version of it. And so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going into tabletop simulator and playing a live stream game of G.I. Joe Operation Cobra. So you can have a look at what that's like and whether you think it looks like a decent game or not. And I know I'm just very excited about it because it gives us more models that we can use for G.I. Joe United as well. So I'm really excited about all the different characters that might pop up in that. So yeah, anyway, so if you're interested in that, you want to see some G.I. Joe stuff or just hang out and chat, we'll be back, well, I'll be back later tonight if you're in the States, or tomorrow morning Australian time, and I guess maybe middle of the night UK time. I'm not sure, but yeah. So whenever you can catch us, we'll see you then. But yeah, well, thank you very much, guys. Thanks for the chat, and I hope I didn't put anyone to sleep with my going through very tediously with the missions, but hopefully that was helpful to some folks who wanted to see the missions from Zombicide White Death. If you are waiting for that game and you've backed the Kickstarter, or was it Kickstarter or GameFound? I'm not sure. I think it was Kickstarter, but if you've backed that, I hope the wait isn't too long for you guys. I hope it sort of gets to everyone pretty soon. I think they said March was the earliest, didn't they? So yeah, fingers crossed it'll start hitting places soon. But otherwise, have a good one. We'll catch you on the flip side, and Meeple Monkey out. See you guys. Bye bye.